If you've bought a new mountain bike recently, there is a lot to learn and not all of it is obvious. So I'm going to show you some key steps and hidden features to make your riding experience smoother, safer and a lot more enjoyable. So let's start here with the rear mech, or the derailleur as it's also known. This takes up the slack in the chain and also moves it across the different sprockets to change the gear ratio. Most modern derailleurs have a clutch system in them that keeps the chain tensioned, stops it rattling around and prevents it from derailing. But if you have a Shimano derailleur, you need to turn it on by flicking this lever up here. At some point you're going to want to take the rear wheel out. When the time comes, pushing the lever back to the downward position is going to make that job much easier. Flip the bike upside down, change into the hardest gear, and then you can remove the wheel easily and you'll know which sprocket to align the chain with when you reinstall the wheel. Just don't forget to turn your clutch back on once you put the wheel in. If you have a SRAM drivetrain, the clutch doesn't need to be switched on. But if you want to take the wheel out, there's a neat little button that makes this easy. Rotate the cage forward and push the button with the padlock on it. Now you can remove the wheel without having to force the mech out of the way. While we're talking about removing the rear wheel, some bikes have tools integrated into the rear axle. Simply pull the lever out and you can use it to adjust other components on your bike, like the brake levers, the stem or the seat post. And that's not the only hidden tool you might come across. Some specialised and trek bikes come with a mini tool concealed in the stem. An even sneakier hidden tool can be found on some RockShox forks. Reach under the right leg and you'll find the rebound adjuster. Give it a tug and you might find the knob comes off with a 2.5mm Allen key at the end. One of the things you can use this for is to adjust the reach on your brake levers. Turn the hex key to move the lever in and out so it's within easy reach and that they don't pull all the way to the grip before the power comes on. When you bought your bike, in the box may have been some weird cylindrical plastic pucks. These are called volume spacers and they go inside your fork. You can add them if your air pressure is correct, but you find that you're always using all of the fork travel. Or you can take them out if you're struggling to get maximum travel, which is when the rubber O-ring goes all the way to here. Let all the air out of the forks, then carefully unscrew the top cap with the correct tool. Add or remove volume spacers, refit the top cap, and then inflate the fork again. While we're on the subject of forks, these little guys at the back of some high-end suspension forks are called bleed nipples or pressure relief valves. Use them to release excess air trapped inside the fork built up over a long descent or during a hot day. Something else that might have come in the box with your new bike is this little tool. It's called a Prester valve core tool and it's used to tighten or loosen this valve on your wheels. It's really useful for removing the valve core if you want to top up your tubeless sealant. Ignore the open end, it's mainly used for road bikes. New bikes come with these dust caps over the Prester valves, but you don't need them because dust can't get into the internals. The valve works by unscrewing this upper lock nut and then press the valve down to release any stickiness before attaching the pump. You can also buy these little Schrader adapters. They're really cheap and they can get you out of a fix because you can use a garage airline to fill up your tyres. And while we're rifling through the contents of our new bike box, this little guy is used to clip your cables or hoses together to keep them neat. Another tool you may have received is the B-tension guide. This lets you correctly adjust the position of the upper jockey wheel relative to the sprockets, as an incorrect adjustment is one of the most common causes of gear issues. Now, while it should have been set up correctly from the factory, you can check it just to be sure. Shimano has a built-in B-tension guide on its derailleurs. Align the markings on the top of the cage with the teeth of the cassette in the lowest gear. Modern chains come with a link that can be quickly removed or installed. You'll need special pliers like this to remove the link, but fitting a new one can be done without a tool. Just assemble the link in the chain in the correct orientation, pedal the chain around so that the link sits along the top run of the chain, then hold the rear brake on and push down on the pedal. The link will snap into place. Take a spare link and a chain breaker with you on every ride to get you out of trouble if the chain breaks. A great place to store all of those get me home spares and tools is in the frame, and some bikes come with internal down tube storage to help you do just that. There will be some kind of door that opens up to reveal a space inside the frame you can use to carry anything from a spare tube to a lightweight jacket. Hopefully that shed some light on some of the lesser known features on your bike and helped you get it dialed in so your next ride will be even more rad. Thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments if you have any hidden features that we've missed out.